Have you ever wondered why certain species are so similar yet have vast differences? A key example that many scientists around the world use as a foundation of this question is that of apes and humankind. They both are primates, yet humans are clearly far more developed. Many people wonder how this came to be. According to the theory of divergent evolution, there's a very simple answer. This question loomed over humanity's head until one day Charles Darwin formulated the theory of divergent evolution and how it occurs. Divergent means to develop along a different path. The process of how species experienced evolution that resulted in them developing along a different path greatly intrigued me when I first heard it. The theory of how evolution divergently occurred inspired me to write a formal research paper my junior year of high school. Divergent evolution can answer the question of how the species of today came to be. So this morning, I would like to briefly examine two key aspects of divergent evolution, as well as provide you with an example. Divergent evolution, scientific support, and why divergent evolution occurs are the key aspects we will be going over. Divergent evolution has scientific support. This theory was first formulated by Charles Darwin in 1859. He noticed bears' aptitude in swimming. Along with this, he noticed how easily they caught fish as their prey. He theorized that over time, bears could eventually turn aquatic. This was the foundation of his theory. Divergent means to develop along a different path. Divergent evolution is a branch of evolution that is defined as the process by which a species evolves over time and becomes a different species in order to be better suited to their surrounding environment. Divergent evolution can be tested through a very tedious procedure. By tracking two or more organisms' ancestry, you can find out whether or not the two appear to have a common ancestry. If they do, it's a potential sign that one series divergently evolved into the other. This process takes countless decades and is not always a drastic change in an organism. This procedure not only tests for divergent evolution, but moreover for the overall continued success of a species. Divergent evolution's occurrence is crucial for the continued survival of any given species. Due to the changes that are constantly occurring in the world, many species would be extinct without divergent evolution. This is because in an ever-changing world, organisms can evolve over time to be better suited to their environment. It occurs naturally within the species' DNA. The change in DNA then leads to how their life is affected. These changes in DNA affect the better adapted species and allow them to better survive and reproduce. These organisms then pass their evolved traits to their offspring. As this evolved sect of the species continues to reproduce, the population will increase. This disrupts the food chain, which then makes it necessary for another organism to experience divergent evolution. Without it, they would go extinct. Divergent evolution is designed to minimize the wear and tear that every organism experiences throughout the course of their life. Every organism takes part in natural selection, whether they want to or not. Divergent evolution is essentially designed to give every organism the best chance of surviving that they possibly can have. If a drastic change in an environment occurs, divergent evolution is the only chance that the organisms of that environment have to survive. The importance of this process can be exemplified in one simple example. Divergent evolution saved the moths in England. The trees in England used to be all light colored, but over time the trees darkened. The moths at this time were also light colored. Over time, as the trees began to darken, the moth's color also began to darken. The moth's population whose color did not darken dwindled. The darker moths flourished and eventually became more prevalent of the two in England. This morning, we have briefly reviewed two key aspects of divergent evolution. Divergent evolution scientific support and why divergent evolution occurs. I have also provided an example of how and why divergent evolution ensues. Clearly, divergent evolution is a process that is mandatory and applicable for every species on the earth. Without it, you would not be alive today. The next time you see two species who look somewhat similar but remarkably different, remember that divergent evolution is probably the cause of their differences. Thank you.